Former Cranes striker Mujib Kasule was impressed with the two dreadlocked players in the Cranes 11 that stood firm in Militon Seyodovich's side in Gabon.
The first one was Hassan. Very brilliant at the back, very commanding, very composed, and throughout the three games he's been the most consistent for me. Then another one that stood out for me would be Baba Chizito. Controlled the midfield, he did his best, he fought, tried to distribute, he tried to protect the defense as much as he could, and he tried to link the striking, not so much in that direction, but for me I think he did his job quite well.
Having been a striker in his playing days, he believes the Cranes need to think more positively other than setting up offensively on the big stage.
We can attack. What we need to know that Uganda has lots of talent. We are not struggling in terms of talent as many countries that are doing well are. We have the talent, we just have to have a right philosophy, we must have the right balance, and the way we nurture these players into the kind of players that we want them to be. But for me, I think we should try to be more attack-minded.
The FIFA hierarchy has always set its eyes on the next Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon 2019, but Mujib thinks success is not achieved overnight.
The technical program, the technical plan must be 10 years. Then we have a short term, 4 years, then 8, then 10, which will climax in us winning the Africa Cup of Nations, qualifying every time, and then qualifying for the World Cup. We must have that kind of plan. But in the short term, 4 years, we need to restructure the club. We need to restructure the system underneath the Uganda national team, the Olympic team, the under-19s, the under-17s, and probably the under-15s. We must put them in pipeline such that we know who's going to feed the Cranes. So for me, if you talk about Project 19, again, we are going through the shortcuts. We are going through what we call short-termism in football.
Many of the players that don the Cranes jersey in Gabon have been permanent furniture in the national team, and it should be time for them to call it quits.
Time has come for them to pass that baton to the next guys that are coming through. For me, I think Geoffrey Massa, if he decides to retire, I will support him. He's been incredible for Cranes. He's supported, he's scored goals, he's made us happy, especially in Nambole. But as any sport, you know, time catches up with you, and I think that's the reason. If you could give way, then you look at other players like maybe Tony Maweje. Also, if he decides, that would be a very good opportunity for the youngsters to come through. If Onyango decided to retire also, we wouldn't blame him. He's done his part. You know, he's reached the top and he's taken us to the top as well. For me, if such players stay away or decide to give it, decide to let the youngsters come through, then for me that will be okay. We don't need to overhaul everybody.
Focus for the Cranes now shifts to the next Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon and the FIFA World Cup qualifiers in Russia next year.